Hi, welcome to the course, and I'm really delighted you've come on board. This is really going to be a very exciting journey we're going to take together. So before we begin, make sure you click the link below. There should be a little download link for the zip file. So make sure that's all downloaded. In the meantime, well, I'm just going to quickly tell you a little bit about me. My name is Fabrice Boilly. I'm a 3D visualizer. I've started in 1996, which was last millennium. I studied architecture in England and in Paris, and I was very fortunate to spend a little bit of time with Jean Nouvel in Paris, and I met their visualization team there, and that's when I started doing 3D and 3D visualization for architecture, and I set up my own company in 2000, 3DW, here in London, and I've been a visualizer ever since, working for myself, freelancing, having projects from small to large, very large sometimes, and I was very lucky to work with companies like Google, Bentley, Nokia, architects like Thomas Heatherwick, and brands like Louis Vuitton and Bentley and so on. So it was very, very exciting. And for the last couple of years, I've been really going deep into Unreal Engine, and I've been again very lucky to work with Epic Games, with Epic Enterprise, doing webinars and trainings and videos and so on. So I've been spending a lot of time with the engine, and I'm here to give you all my secrets, everything. So let's just have a quick look at some of the things I've done in Unreal Engine. So this movie is all from the pre-rendered, but this is all Unreal Engine. So these are some of the images I did partly for the webinars. There's collaboration with here a company called Artefactory in Paris. Very, very amazing visualizers. Actually, the guys I started with back in the days. This is a screenshot of the Church of Light by Tadao Ando, all done in Unreal. And here we've got the glass house with all this is real time and animated and so on. We'll have a look at that. And then this kitchen scene with the great material at the top, parallax material. There you go. So let's have a look at the outline of the course. So basically the course outline, we've got it separated into several parts here. I've got a kind of a first part where it's just, here we've got the introduction, and while I've got your attention and with all the expectation of the great results we're going to get, I want to give you some concepts, new ways maybe of seeing, rendering, understanding what the changes are, working real time versus working pre-rendered, sort of waiting for a long time for an image to render compared to multiple images per second. We have also the way the rendering works in Unreal is a little different and allows us to work differently. Just an overview of the method that I use to set up this scene and just all the steps. So for the first scene, we're going to look deep into the model and especially resolving some of the UV mapping issues that we will be finding. So I'll go object by object and show different techniques that I've used, and all very, very quick. So that's great. And then once the scene is set up, the mesh, this is the only bit in 3ds Max, by the way. We'll just go into the method. So here the first method, just this very simple white light, and then we've got an animated sun and sky, and then we'll see how we can create the background, the sky dome, and load up our HDRs and so on. Method 3, another one with sky, that's within the editor, but you'll need to go and find it. And then the full GI here with animated sun as well. So we'll see how we can set that up. Then the artificial lighting, we'll look at a full scene with some setting up the IES, different types of shadows and types, shadow types in the spotlights, and then look at also tone mapping, which is not really part of the course, but we can't really avoid talking about it. As we're talking about artificial lighting, I thought we'll put our first kind of little bonus here, which is the description of the 3 elements of light, according to Richard Kelly, who's a very, very famous lighting designer. It will be very valuable little insight in there. We'll look at real-time GI. I think there's from a lot of people talking about VXGI from NVIDIA, and there's something happening here, so it's worth knowing about it and maybe playing around with it. And then just a look at those materials for the kitchen scene and some little bonus here. Same thing for setting up a bigger scene like the lobby scene. So we'll look at some of the particular setups with working with a large scene like this. And then the glass house, this will be our exterior, more sort of landscape setup for the lighting. And then the final bonus, will be here setting up the swarm, which is the network rendering feature of Unreal Engine, and it works very well. So massive gain of speed here. So if you've got a render farm, so this will be very valuable as well. Right, so I hope that's not getting too long, so you're probably eager to get going. So let's start talking about some of these concepts, and next video we'll look at the problems that we'll be addressing throughout the course.